Here we have a Komatsu D65e-6. And a lot of guys, they named it it's a 6.5 because it wasn't quite a 6 and it wasn't quite a 7, but it's right in the middle there. So, and it was a great logging cat. Real steep ground, worked really good on steep ground because they had the center of gravity real low on it. And that's why the belly pans are real low on it. And they do really good on steep ground. Plus they run essentially a Cummins 220 small cam in them, which is a lot of horsepower for this little dozer. And a lot of guys liked them when they first bought them. They bought them because they were cheaper than a Caterpillar. Here's the front, how low that belly pan is. But yeah, they bought them because they were cheaper and high performance. The only problem is when you have high performance, stuff breaks a lot easier. It's like having a race car for a commuter. It doesn't quite work out. But if you run it conservatively, they'll last on you. And the way they made them cheaper is the iron in them is a lot cheaper. And so you had a lot of problem with the finals here in the back, right there, because guys would back up real hard, pulls the tensioner spring inside the roller frame here, which was weaker than like a Caterpillar's was, and you'd skip a tooth on the rail. Then you'd take a final out on one side or another. And then the early ones there, the main case on the back here where the steering clutches are, they leaked and cracked. So the cure was to have a plate installed by the Komatsu dealer, and they weld those in. We'd actually flipped one over on top of its lid and just welded it up. So this is has a Heister winch on it, and it's a real neat unit because it's all enclosed and it drives off a PTO drive in the back here. If I can get a photo of it, not really right there, but it's yeah, you can't even see in there, but it works really well for if you're needing to set chokers by yourself. You can disengage it and pull the line out. And this is made for really short guys. The controls are really low, but it gives a great visibility out of it for grading and dozing. And also looking out the back has great visibility also, because everything's low. I mean, fuel tank's low, fed boxes, battery boxes, chair, everything's real, you sit real low in it. Gives you great visibility. They're essentially a copy of a Caterpillar, 1950s Caterpillar, because during World War II, after the boys went home, Caterpillar was the main thing that was left around Japan to rebuild Japan. And the Japanese, after a while, they essentially copied what Caterpillar had done. So there's a lot of similarities between the Komatsu dozer here and Caterpillar in the early days. And so, a really good cat. Another problem with them is first gear clutch is the smallest clutch in the transmission, so that can burn out. And they're getting hard to find parts nowadays. But it's a great cat to run. It's smooth. I mean, the rollers in it and everything like that, they do need to be replaced to aftermarket heavier duty ones, but it's a real smooth running cat, real great steep ground cat, just a high performance, and high performance takes a lot of maintenance. Alrighty, thank you much.